Hey guys, quick update today. Showing you the built some hay boxes in front of them because, as you can see, she likes pawing and kicking. So we put these hay boxes in, and they can fit a whole square bale. So while they're inside, they get a square bale in the morning and a square bale at night. And they also get grain. I got tubs that I put on top of the square bale when I put it in there. I put that tub on top and put their grain in it. Gemma gets one too. But that's that for right now. But over here, it's worked for the most part. Other than, there's still some that comes out from when they grab a whole chunk and flail it around. But as you can see, they can get their head down in there. But it keeps the stalls a lot cleaner. Other than, where they obviously use the, go to the bathroom behind them. But we got to make another sawdust run this week because we're out. So bedding needs to be done. Gemma's been outside for the last 24 hours. Just brought her in. Figured we bring her in, let her eat some. We cleaned out her stall. She's gonna eat. The sheep are doing good. They're eating. Gotta find some electric netting for them. It's actually a cold day out here. You can see it actually snowed last night. It rained and then snowed a little bit. Didn't freeze. In fact, it never got below 40. But for whatever reason, it decided to snow. And it was snowing a little bit here earlier. Or snowing, raining. Cows are doing decent. They're going to be going outside. For whatever reason, the one, I think I'm going to have to worm her or something. She's just looking thin. I also started giving her a little bit more grain. But you know how Holsteins can be. They like to thin out. They don't get the big hay bellies, or they'll get big hay bellies, or they'll thin out. Or I gotta figure out a way to put some more weight on them. Oh yeah, I'd like to get some baleage. Gotta start working on pasture, a more permanent pasture for these guys. Actually, what I think I might do is we're gonna temp fence them outside, one at a time. I put these in right now. That's gonna change. They'll get a little bit. I'm gonna just slowly work them from there all the way to the end of the barn. Then they'll go across the street into that high where you see all that dead grass, which is last year's that never got mowed. And as you can see, it's really starting to green out over there. And they'll get a little bit every time. Same with the sheep when I get the net. The horses have been over there. And then you can barely see it. There's a pasture down there, and I want that to get fairly tall before I put anybody in. I'd like it to be about, I don't know, knee high or so. I want it to be fairly tall. And then we'll put, we'll either walk the cows down there or the horses. We're still talking about getting more sheep and goats. So maybe we'll put goats and sheep down there. And, I've been watching a lot of these guys that do the mob grazing. I worked for a guy that did mob grazing with cows. He had 40 cows on 50 cows on 100 acres. And between each paddock, there was between 30 and 40 days rest. I want to say, I'm probably going to ask him to come over and help me out and figure out paddock sizes. Because like I said, we're going to go from that bush along the wood line, all of that, and then from that brush and it's gonna stretch up, and I'll show you. Give you here in a second. I gotta walk outside. You wanna make sure you wanna fill their waters for me, please? After you did that, we'll come outside here. Like I said, this is where the horses have been the last couple of days. But like I said, it'll go from them bushes and it'll extend up to them bushes. And then there's you can see a little dike that goes around this back portion where these bushes are. There's actually a hill there. We're gonna take we're cutting these bushes out. There is fence posts there. I'll probably rip out most of that fence. But this little area, yeah, there's standing water, but this is all gonna have gravel put in it here shortly for the road. And then this little area, it'll follow the line here all the way down till you get to that fencer right there. But it'll probably cut, like I said, they'll come out of the barn here, out into this, and then this will be a paddock for a day. Then that, then that, then that, and then that. We'll just work our way down, and by the time we get there, up there to the top, it'll be 30 days here or better, and go from there and start the process all over again. This is something I picked up, I borrowed from one of my Amish friends. Gemma and Rose are going to go in it. I'll get hooked to it. They put that Trex decking for siding and flooring. So far, I got to grease the crap out of it. It's been outside its entire life. And then this little roller bearing here, or roller tensioner, whatever, it rides on this to click the floor back. There's a cotter key in the back here somewhere. I have to figure out where that is. It's actually hard. Yeah, there's one back there. And put a new cotter pin in it. The chain looks decent. The paddle's a little thin, as you can see. The fingers look good. It's actually a nice little machine, a little spreader. And it's kind of loud, but for us it'll work. Believe it or not, there's only one bolt that holds that tongue on, which I find amazing. I might end up buying it. I haven't decided yet. But as you can see, there's different places you can put. There's a bolt there that holds the evener thing on. But you can move that from there to that bolt, to that bolt. Or to that bolt, and then use these two bolts. This seat flips forward for loading. But that's engaged. Disengaged. As you see, it moves that wheel, so you're not moving the chain. But it'll be interesting. But that's all we have for today. Not a whole lot else going on. They said we're going to be in pasture mode for a while. Gemma's going to get hooked up tomorrow. She's been doing a lot better since she's been outside and stretching. And I don't think she'll quite keep up with Rose, but I'll make Rose whoa up for her. And we will, hopefully we'll be able to get some manure spread. So we'll see what's what. Y'all have a nice day. And like, subscribe, share. Spread the word. Let's grow this channel. And hopefully here this week you'll see more information and how we made out with the manure spreader. Thanks, guys.